Most viewers were probably most interested to hear the candidates talking about. How did that video impact on the debate?
It made it really, really ugly. Just one example from the very start of this debate, when the two candidates got onto the stage, one stage left, the other one stage right. They walked toward each other, looked each other in the eye, and decided not to shake hands. That is simply not done at a presidential debate in the United States, and the tone was also something that those who've seen more presidential debates than I have say they have never heard before. Those remarks made by Donald Trump in the video from the year 2005 won't go away in the future. There have been so many Republican establishment figures who've decided to run away from Donald Trump and to disavow him, and there might still be more to come. So this is not all over yet, and Donald Trump brought more personal details to this debate. Personal details about Bill Clinton, though, the husband of the Democratic nominee and, of course, the former president. Because Donald Trump brought guests to this debate, 4 women, 3 of whom say that they were sexually assaulted by Bill Clinton. Now, none of those allegations have ever been confirmed, and Hillary Clinton decided to pretty much ignore them on stage, but it brought more vitriol to this debate. These are 2 presidential candidates who, I don't think the word is too strong, pretty much hate each other, and it showed on stage tonight.
Indeed, and this was a town hall format debate. It wasn't just about the 2 candidates speaking to each other. We had undecided voters putting forward their questions as well. Do you think we got a real policy discussion?
Well, it was a debate of 2 halves, actually. A lot of personal attacks in the first half, a bit of a policy discussion in the second half. A discussion is maybe a bit too positive a word. These are opinions held by the 2 candidates. They don't agree on anything when it comes to their policy proposals, when it comes to the healthcare reform or Obamacare, for example. Donald Trump wants to get rid of it. Hillary Clinton wants to improve on it. The war in Syria was discussed. They don't agree on what the role the United States should play there. Past foreign policy discussions were talked about as well. For example, the United States' role in Libya a few years back. There is pretty much nothing that these 2 candidates do agree upon. And you mentioned those undecided voters. They are the ones who brought those questions to the debate here. They are the ones who symbolically needed to be convinced by these 2 candidates, because after all, these are 2 deeply unpopular presidential candidates, and there are still a lot of undecided voters out there in the United States, many of whom we've been meeting over the last few weeks and months, who still can't decide between Clinton and Trump, and they needed some convincing. They might have been convinced by this, but the most likely scenario is that they didn't like the tone used by Donald Trump, and they didn't like what he said about women. And maybe Hillary Clinton managed to convince a few more of those crucial women voters, one of those all-important voting blocs here in the United States. If we really have to declare somebody the winner of this debate, it was probably Hillary Clinton.